You want to segue right into that?
Yeah, well, let's go back to the beginning of the card. So,
Nice.
Mook and Verb, we're going to cut it here. We're making it part 1 and part 2.
Matter of fact, let's give a round of applause to A-Verb and
Murder
Murder
Mook.
Mook, man. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Battle Rap thanks you. Whoever you have winning, we all won as fans and as a community, man. Thank you, gentlemen, for showing up and making that 8-hour day worth it for everybody, man. We appreciate you guys. ARP, Shata, Lawrence, RBE, Rare Breeds for putting this wonderful event together. New York City won last night. No violence. Everyone was out. We were a beautiful community, man. We thank everyone for coming out last night.
I got to appreciate the Mook and Verb battle because it made every other battle feel so short.
Facts.
So the beginning of the night, top 10 and Spanish Harlem. What you guys think of it?
I missed that battle.
I missed that battle,
and
too.
I didn't get to see it
I
on
wasn't in the
pay-per-view.
building, but I got to watch it, and I was just like,
So talk to me about it, player.
I thought they did good. Obviously, there was a lot of magnitude of that card, so obviously they had really high expectations to meet. They did really good. I won't say they did great because I can see they're both happy with the performance, but not complacent. They're both like, I could do better. I could reach a higher level with things. But I tell you what, you can argue they had a better one-rounder than Clean and Ja.
Okay.
And unfortunately for Ill Will and Big T, just because they went last, you can almost argue that you probably liked. Not really, but yeah, nah.
Thank you for catching yourself, B.
But nah, Ill Will and Big T wasn't a bad battle. It's just the environment. The element for it was just not fitting.
They caught it
at a bad time.
That's it.
But top 10 in Spanish Harlem got the freshness of the crowd. Good one SK, right? I feel like I don't really have a winner for it, to be honest. Probably I'll edge the Spanish Harlem if I had to.
All right, so do it like this. Plus, minus, what would you give to both of these young cats?
We didn't even talk about plus minuses.
Might be another show.
That's how turned we are. Battle rap brunch is like
We barely even slept.
son.
Well,
Battle,
plus for Verb is that you handled your O's and you was a warrior. Plus for Mook is that you gave us a great performance.
Facts.
Only minus the little nitpicking of the
That's
OC
it,
bar,
that's
of
it.
the outdated bars. That's it.
Yeah, for France speaks for me. I agree with what he said.
That's it.
I'm tired,
I
bro.
don't really,
We're moving
I don't
on,
have
bro.
much plus minuses for it. But
Facts.
Spanish Harlem in top 10, the plus is that I think they delivered. I guess the only minus is that I know they wanted to do more. Like you can see it in both their faces. Like they just expected to like create.
So what was it about the performance that was just not
in the
all
reception?
the way?
In the reception, but like the battle was getting slept on so heavy that like they already came into it with such a chip on their shoulders that like people missed it. I mean, no offense to you guys missed it. So people and a lot of people had the mindset of battle rap time. This is gonna start at 3.
Right.
This shit started at 2 on the dot.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see Spanish in what you call top 10 because we were at the press conference the night before, and I think they more so built up like a lot of hype and excitement for their battle, by arguing at that press conference too.
I had the video available because I knew I was gonna have to hit the game tapes. So when I'm on my way to the event, I'm like, I'll catch Spanish Harlem top 10, and then I see the tweets like they starting early. I'm like, what? I plug in my headphones and I'm watching on the phone. I'm in my Uber on my way, so I can't get the full. In the field,
Right,
but
in the building,
it looks like the crowd just wasn't as receptive to it just because they slept on it. So I feel like any other time they will get a better opportunity, just for the magnitude of the card. And then the next one rounder, John Clean.
Do you think that battle will come out better on camera?
Every battle on this card is gonna come out better on camera. Every single battle on this card.
So it'll be better for both Spanish and top 10.
Absolutely.
Right.
No, their futures are bright.
They both got through their rounds
Their
cleanly?
futures are bright. Yeah.
All right,
Their futures are bright. Like if they promote, they stay active, interact with fans, and keep getting consistent and studying their own game tapes to find out what they need to do to get better, they'll get somewhere.
Sweet.
John Clean, is it technically a 1SK because it was a one-round battle?
Nah, come on.
Well, I mean, think of this.
That's when I got there. I just got there.
Don't disrespect him shouting. Don't disrespect him shouting.
Nah. I'm playing. But I'm saying.
I didn't expect it to be a one-rounder, though. I tell you that much. I didn't know that.
RBE always gives you 2 1SKs to lighten up the night.
Right.
So then you got the 2 one-round battles that RBE normally give you. And I'm happy that Clean and RBE fix the situation.
Finally, man.
It was dope.
Finally.
I want to give a huge shout-out to Clean because he's having fun 2018.
Yeah,
he's having a great year.
Yeah.
He won a champion of the night. He just had a battle with C3. It was great. And he called Ja 400 Uncle Phil 400.
Yeah.
Oh man, side note also, you guys, man, as a little extra bonus pack, we're gonna throw you a little in the building feel and a little also in-field reporting with Clean Paper on there talking about some crazy stuff, man. He wants to do house party with a QP, and we decided we were picking which chicks were going to be Gina and her homegirl. So tune into all that fun stuff. We got a lot of fun stuff coming for you.
Shout out to Clean, man.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned for the bonus pack. But Clean is having fun. Weekend, he is energetic again, man.
Clean kind of cleaned up.
He's hilarious, yeah.
Clean is one of the things definitely I'm going to remember most about this weekend. I came up from Philly,
That's crazy, yeah.
And from the moment I came in the press conference, I was a little bit nervous. This is my first time going to an event as media. Mm-hmm. Just a couple months ago, I was sitting home being a fan.
You're just going as fan. Yeah.
Right, and I come into the press conference, and Clean Paper is asking me about my J's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of dope, you know what I'm saying? It helped me relax a little bit. But Clean definitely, man, he was cool to hang with. You know what I mean?
What's crazy?
I'm just happy to see him rejuvenated.
Yeah, he looked happy, man. And actually, when Verb got up and left at the press conference,
he became
Verb. It was hilarious.
I was next to Clean for the Mook and Verb battle, and I was next to Clean and Henny Man.
Yeah,
and Clean was just having he was having a blast.
He was having a ball.
Yeah.
Yo, what's dope is that he's the same person off the stage as he is
Facts.
on the stage. So it's just literally like Clean went up there and was just talking and just being himself and just holding court. Like, he was dope. His punchlines were funny. His on-the-spot freestyles were dope as hell. He was captivating. Unfortunately, Jay had a slip-up. He had a little stumble.
Right.
His material could have been a little bit tighter. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a nice big card to get some bars off. Because you haven't been in a couple battles, and I think you could have taken advantage of that situation just a little bit better, and Clean definitely handled his situation right, and Clean took that.
We got 5 hours left in the card, so let me just say this one last thing about Ja. He's nice, man. He's good. There's a lot of more talking than action, but he has a lot of knowledge, so I definitely respect a lot of things where he comes from. But I'm waiting for him to have his moments. Like, he understands the game. He's one of those guys that knows what's going on. Like, you can't discredit him for what he knows and what he sees. It's just what he executes and what he does. People will say, oh, you haven't done this, you haven't done that. And I don't like when fans talk to battle rappers or MCs like, just because you haven't had a moment yet or you haven't done this, what makes you qualified to speak on it? You're a fan.
No, anybody can.
You're a fan. You don't even rap. What makes you qualified to speak?
Facts, man.
So, I mean, Moon is like 800 years old and just starting to get his shine in battle rap.
I'm not one of those guys to say, oh, Ja talks too much. He doesn't do enough. I listen because I listen to all his interviews. I love him. But I want him to capitalize on his career a little bit more because
he's having opportunities.
Yeah, there's opportunities, and it's like
you gotta back up what you talk, because you have a good, deal of knowledge, when you speak in these interviews and whatnot. But you gotta translate that into, marketing yourself with your career and your talent and your material and delivery.
Again, no hate. It's just I listen. Me and V, we keep the same energy. If we're critical, we'll be critical in person, and we will talk it out, and we have no problem with it.
I seen that myself Friday.
Yeah, and on top of that, this is all based off of like I always say,
it's nothing personal.
This is all based off of battle rap. Everybody's a man at the end of the day, and we ain't crossing.
I just want to put the disclaimers because I feel like there's a lot of sensitivity around the event, and like.
It's a lot of sensitivity, within with artists and battle rap media. Just
artists in general.
I think if you could look, we're out to destroy them, and we're not doing nothing but just documenting like what you guys are doing, and
we talk about both the positive and negative. We don't just talk about one or the other, right. And we give it constructively.
If you choose to only take away the negative, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because we try to provide that balance, and we understand that as media, we can shape thoughts, and people, as you get more of a voice, people start to look for your voice, and you get more casuals who don't even make up their own opinions. They just go from the voice of the people that they listen to and take hot takes. So for us here at Let's Talk Battle Rap, we'll always give you the balance, the pluses and the minuses. So you take away from it what you want to. You can't ever say that we're biased or that we're hating. We just want to see everyone do well. I wish I could come with a bunch of pluses every time and not have anything negative to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't life. You know what I mean?
Can we discuss Beat Out and Swave?
Ooh.
Hold on. Briefly before you into the battle, we all talked about the new class of guys, right? Beat Out, Twerk, Geechee, A-Warlow. So a lot of these guys are passing their tests, and I'm just so excited for it.
Yeah.
The reason why I picked Beat Out in the last couple matches, like I picked Twerk against DNA, I picked Geechee against Suge, is because I want to see these guys start cementing their legacies, because all the guys they're battling already have history and moments we can reflect on. Let's see Beat Out create this moment. Let's see Loso create A-Ward. But this is Beat Out. He passed his test in New York.
Flying colors.
He passed his test.
Listen, First of all, they didn't give him just a slouch from New York. They gave him a pillar. They gave him a giant. They gave him one of the gatekeepers. They gave him a guy who's been a monster at times.
And who's home to that crowd.
And who is at home. Yeah, that's his office. You know what I'm saying? That is team.
So B-Dot's on the road.
That is Team Hami's office. And B-Dot came knocking on that glass door. And they let him in. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And B-Dot went first, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
B-Dot went first. Yo, first of all, I'll say this. As I'm in the building, I'm like, you know what? I'm in New York. I'm looking around. I think
it was a Team Hami building.
I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna make a late pick to Swave Summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought he was gonna edge him. I thought they both were gonna be fire, and he was just gonna edge B-Dot with a crazy third. Right? That was my train of thought going into the battle. B-Dot fucking comes out, punches galore.
But we knew B-Dot was a better puncher.
Yeah, facts. But for him to come out. It's not angles. It's not this. It's just punches, just pure battle rap.
I ain't got no conscious shit.
None of it.
I ain't got no conscious shit to say.
None of it. He's chunking up peas. He's chunking up this. My daddy's splitting that. Your daddy was doing this. And I'm like, this is just pure battle rap. Yeah. I'm like, B-Dot, he realizes that people like how he raps. People know that he can rap. And sometimes people just don't want to be cluttered with thinking too much. You know, and if B-Dot is going to get one of those rounds off, it's going to be the first because that's when people are going to be susceptible and he can switch it out.
It's interesting because we have a different narrative. I actually thought B-Dot lost the first and won the second.
You did?
Yeah.
I've been hearing people say that. I'm like, word?
So check this out. I do think Swave 7 had the template of weakness for B-Dot, and he just didn't follow it fully because the first round, he was aggressive, slow pace, slow cadence, got the building like, yo, you guys forgot who I am, and literally just turned the ties right back on B-Dot. Like the building went crazy for Swave in the first round.
I can see what he's talking about because it's like B-Dot's first round was really good. You know what I mean? And
big plus for Swave.
Swave stepped up there like, welcome to New York, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you for a minute, you know? But I got to sit back again, you know, watch the game tapes. This is all first watch or whatnot. So I think I might have edged Swave the first round myself. You know, I think I actually tweeted that out that I might edge Swave the first round because he just did a little bit, like, towards the end to close off a little better that kind of made me forget about all the punching that B-Dot did. You know, this is just instant, you know, reaction right now.
Facts.
So, yeah, I think because he had the crowd on his side as well, too, that helped.
Swave is so good at nullifying people.
Right.
In that first round, in the beginning of the second, he started to nullify B-Dot. And even though B-Dot was going crazy, he literally put the building right back. And I love to see that. When a battle goes first and the beginning of their second round, they have to fight back. That's where they overcome adversity. Pressure makes diamonds. Right. That's where greatness is made.
That's what makes battle rap special. Someone puts you to the test, puts your back up against the wall, and you have to fight
and deliver
back.
Right?
Yes, because it was like, oh, you in New York now, B-Dot. What you gonna do? He just showed you, and you in New York now. Welcome to New York. Do something.
And not for nothing, you know what New York is. If we think we getting on your ass, and it's not a bad thing. It's like a if you show us me, we gonna turn up right now.
Right. I haven't seen V this happen in a while.
Right now,
and that was the aura and the vibe inside of the crowd. You know what I mean? Exactly how V just described it.
Man. Yeah, and it's like, all right, man, if B-Dot really fights back, like that's the energy that we're giving you.
I think today we're in our fan bag more than our analytics bag today, right?
This is just we just go with the vibes, man.
Well, this is a 12-hour recap, right?
Exactly.
So this is what you get.
We can't do all the super pluses and minuses because normally we in our put the spectacles on, put the visors on, trying to figure shit out. Coming back with you guys with like fucking notes and shit. This is just all pure, unadulterated battle rap reactions right now.
This is organic.
Just in the building. This is and all off of memory. So please, man, like, you know, I had a couple of
but we are aware that all organic fields aren't the true story.
Facts, and we know that, and we throw that out to the fans.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
I just
don't crush us.
I'll put the disclaimer just because. Shouts to my guy Justin Harris, right? Consistent basis.
Oh,
he tweeted out.
Somebody were hanging.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
He tweeted out, wow, Verb got a 3-0 chant in New York, but I still have Mook 2-1. And so everybody's like, you fucking dick right. I'm like, yo, he didn't even say nothing negative.
Yo, the D word in battle rap has to get disintegrated, man. So, you throw that out. Stop it, man.
Back to B-Dot. So the pressure's on B-Dot round 2.
Facts.
B-Dot's having a great round 2. Not explosive, and he had the little stumble. And the stumble to me wasn't like a blah, blah, blah stumble. It was just a crowd reaction. let me run it back to get to where I go, because he's such a fast-paced rapper. He's not just going to pick up right there, start all over fresh. He needs to get fired up. You turn the car on, and then you can start driving. So that's how B-Dot. So I'm not even going to – and I've seen him do that plenty of times, so I don't consider it as hard of a stumble as others. You want to count it, whatever, right? Swave Sever's opening second round, it was genius. He said that joke and nullified the whole crowd, made him laugh, because B-Dot sometimes gets the environment into a very serious state. Even when he's punching, not being conscious or angling, people are expecting him to say something intricate and educational, so their eyes and their brains are in tune. So, like, B-Dot can never battle last of an event. I think that's going to be a gift and a curse. He cannot be the last battle of the night, because then the battle just go for the camera.
Facts, man.
Instead of the building.
Oh, my God.
But Swaves opened up with the joke. Everybody laughed, and they just forgot all about the crazy geniusness.
Yeah.
But I thought Swave stood comedic for too long in the second round. Like, I'm not a Swave jokes, and now we found out jokes is kind of a weakness to be that. But you have to be selective with it and not overdo it.
Right.
So we learned some new things about B-Dot, some of his weaknesses. That's interesting.
Joking, man. Yeah, for me, B-Dot was fire in the second, but he did that slip up, and I was like, huh. If Swave gets a clean round, that's anything like Swave Sever can do, he should be able to take this round. And for me, starts off with the jokes, keeps it going, had a dope round.
He joked for a long time.
But you know how I would say, man. If it lands and it's funny, shit, man, keep going, bro.
For me, it stopped landing after a while.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Because I don't know him. I don't know him to be the super comedic guy. I know him to be like the guy to nullify you all the time. Where he doesn't have to even punchline. He could just talk, and your whole round is like.
You know what I thought, man? As a matter of fact, we might as well just go into the third then, right? Because we got the second out the way.
B-Dot had a scheme of the whole Harlem Avenues. Fire.
Yeah, that was fire, man. The third, B-Dot comes out, and how did he start off his third again? What's his angle in the third?
I think one of the angles he took in the third was
the
money
bag angle.
Yeah, the money bag angle with a white boy to say nigga, and then was it the third round where he was talking about more so like the shit that I stand for was built in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, the brothers who came up with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're in Harlem, and you're from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You're this old and you're this respected. Why are you not upholding these principles? I'm all the way from L.A., and I'm upholding these morals and these principles, you know, that these Harlem guys have, started. What are you doing? Right. And it was just a well-executed angle. Yeah. But it's still, I think,
I love the B-Dot line when he was like, "You let a white boy say the N-word, that's not respected. Well, in front of a white boy even say ninja, he getting shredded."
Yeah, ninja.
Fire!
But I still think B-Dot still left the door open for Swave to take the third as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It was a strong third, but
it was a strong third, but it was beatable. Like, the way it kind of like ended or whatever, it was still beatable. And it's not nothing to take away from B-Dot's first round. I mean, not first round, his third round. Like, I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I still think, okay, if Swave comes with the right plan of attack, he can beat this round. Now, Swave kind of like started out slow in his third.
Yeah, I didn't like the start of the third at all.
What he should have did,
it
was
something he did.
Something he did, I think, towards like the middle towards the end of his third that he should have started off with his third. And I was telling people when the crowd was talking to V, I'm like, if he'd have started off with this, it'd have been better.
He wasted way too much time. Let me paint the picture for y'all. He was basically talking about a lot of his guys have been in the system, and there's always a guy like B-Dot in the system in jail who wants to come to you, and you not trying to hear none of that stuff. And I'm like, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing right now. And I remember just standing there just going, this is not hitting for me right now. Like, this is wasting precious time in a battle that...
He was joking again and brought up the Brother Polite angle.
But yeah, that we've heard already.
Beat up with that horse. So.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, if B-Dot is not claiming that Polite is my man, or if they're not in the same camp, then...
B-Dot looked very disappointed, like, come on, man, why would you take that angle?
And on top of that, we got to keep it real. Swave's material just wasn't mastered in the third either. He was tripping up on his words and stuff like that.
He stumbled. That's more of a stumble.
He stumbled hard.
That's more of a stumble than what B-Dot did. B-Dot just brought it back.
But it's crazy. Swave could do no wrong in that building. I mean, like, Swave really, really had that
but the
crowd,
the crowd knew.
They knew, but it's still like, I mean, he had He had a lot of people there for him.
And I think we also, knowing, I think he had shout-outs to Swave. I know you had a family situation going on this week. I hope that everything is fine with you and your family. Up here, we're all family men, and we know that's bigger than battle rap.
Facts.
And we also know that, that can take away from performances in battles and concentration, But all in all, you are a warrior. You went out there on that stage, and all that we can do is judge the content that we see.
Unfortunately, because you haven't won in the first, I have beat out win in the second. Doesn't that make it at the end of the day debatable somewhere?
You can, but here's what I also
do.
But
beat up passed his test and was more consistent.
Here's what for me personally, I only got into this, this round, that round thing because this is what we do. We break things down. But ultimately, I judge battles by the overall feel of it. If I can sit back and go, oh, this cat won. If I base it like this, when I leave when I watch a battle, who would I want to be when the battle is over? Who would I feel like being happy walking off the stage as? You know what I'm saying?
For me, that was B-Dot.
Exactly.
But I wasn't like dissatisfied or unhappy.
All Swave had to do was have one more round like his first. Literally,
that's it.
Right.
He found the template. He found the key to success and just.
He fumbled
if
he
would have executed what he started executing at the end of his third. If you'd have put that in the beginning of his first and then led out with that, you know what I mean, and then put stuff to tag along on it, he'd have been cool. He could have took the battle.
And just reconstructed the beginning of his third. I thought that was like, that just could have been tossed
B-Dot, congrats on your first New York performance. Passing the test. I continue to look for. It's crazy that we had B-Dot on the show a year ago and we finally got to see him perform live.
Facts.
So
He's a cool brother in person.
Yeah, great guy. And I'm just happy to see him, even if you have him losing, he passed his test with a great performance on the road. Against a guy at home. Can't take nothing away.
Big facts.
What's the next battle, friends?
Next Harlem. So now that we're going to the next Harlem battle, right? Did the vegans?
This is another vegan battle?
So vegans versus Harlem. Team Vegan versus Team Harlem. Team Vegan versus Team Harlem. Did the vegans sweep? 230.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yo, man, bruh. So got Verb winning. Got
B-Dot winning.
And now we come to the third vegan.
Let's see if we got the vegan sweep. The first round. Look, I'm not gonna dissect the first round too much because it was such a weird round to judge.
I can't say nothing about the
first round was more intricate, but it wasn't for Ice.
It was for
Daylight.
Yo, I gotta.
You know, I tweeted that. I said, King Los's first round is intricate, but it's for Daylight, and he responded to me. He said, "Yup."
During the battle?
No. Afterwards. He replied to me. He said, "Yup," and I was just like, "So he knows."
What's crazy?
Los is hilarious, man.
I can't even be mad at him. You gotta. This is not what you do all the time. They switch your opponent at you with like 3 weeks left until the battle comes up. So hey, man, you did what you had to do. You sacrificed the round, but your material was still dope. But it's odd as hell listening to Daylight bars while I'm looking at Ice.
He didn't even look at Ice when he was spinning them. So
he already knew. He already knew.
From a personal standpoint, I'm glad they were Daylight bars because I stepped out of the building for a second. And I was on my way back, and I'm checking Twitter, and I'm like, Ice and Losa up now. I'm telling my homeboy that I met up there. Shout out to my man Albert, by the way.
But what was I ran back. Ice wins the round, right?
Facts. But what was scary for me, though, I ain't gonna lie, because what was scary for me, I was like, wait a minute. What if this dude is just like, fuck it, I'm gonna kick all 3 of my Daylight rounds?
Like, you got nervous at the minute.
I got nervous a little bit because I was like, this is cool, but we can't get more of this, bro. Like,
I'm running back to the event, and I'm seeing people like, Los didn't write nothing. Ice 3 zip. And this is during the first round when he's rapping all the Daylight bars.
Yeah,
so I'm running back to the event with my phone in my hand trying to figure out what's going on.
I think he was getting a lot of unnecessary backlash for the first round.
I came back during the building. As soon as Ice started, I came back.
The building had that whole round like, like nothing was explosive, but every line was like,
It's like, all right.
I'm sorry. This is for the game tapes as well. Like you have to watch that shit back because King Los is just too intricate, too fast. So many little things he's throwing in there. Ice wins round 1 off directness. So round 2. King Los is round 2, though.
Oh,
set it off, my brother.
Not to be hyperbolic. Well, let's talk about his round 2, and then I ask a hyperbolic question. His round 2, he was there, rapping really well. Throw out some jokes. He had an element of everything. Like, he really is a student of battle rap. Like, and we know this because we had the interview with him on Friday.
Yeah.
And he talked about a bunch of his favorite moments.
Did he rebuttal that round?
The third round. But he showed you there, like, yo, I know what it takes to be on this stage. He called Head Ice ashtray mouth. That was hilarious.
Shit would have you cracking up.
And
man.
then the angle he had about Summer Madness 2 was incredible.
Yeah.
And the fact that you did a Summer Madness angle on the RBE stage.
Got away with it. Crazy, man. Kudos to you, player. King Los, man, he was definitely dope that second round, man. And he was very direct at Head Ice. And like we said, man, he definitely had all the battle rap tricks down packed. And he wasn't afraid to get close to Ice either. Like we said, he's got nothing to lose. He was in Ice's face. He was looking at him directly in the eyes. So you got to figure, this is a guy who doesn't battle rap in the modern era. You know what I'm saying? So for him to face a guy who's been intimidating guys who do this day in and day out and
Someone
to be directly in his face, it's like you got to give him props for that, because that's one attribute of battle rap that you got seasoned vets who ain't even mastered yet, being direct and having that contact.
Can we also give a big plus to Ice for, even though Los had an explosive second round, Ice second round was actually really good as well.
It was dope.
It was almost close to the point where it's like, wow.
No, you know what? Ice is on the verge of having a classic Head Ice round. And then he said some pause-worthy shit, and it just shifted the whole balance.
Yeah, that vegan meat line was a little too crazy.
Man. No, and then he went even crazier with the whole.
He went into detail.
Cam Mace, and it was like, bro.
I'm not even gonna say what he said.
It's
just more so stories that were told or whatever.
That stuff, but please believe, if you think the things that I pause on the show are crazy.
I was just looking at V the whole time, like, when he's trying to execute this angle, pause. I'm just sitting here looking at V like, I know, like, this is eating you a lot. Pause. It's driving you crazy right now just listening to this, and we're cracking up.
And it's like, for me, I get it now. I'm on the other side of things now that I got this fake ass media badge and all that, so I can't go crazy and be like, oh, like I gotta. But yo, it was, when you go that crazy with that much pause-worthy material, it's hard for you to really win a round, man, because everyone is just tuned out, and it's like
you lose the crowd like that.
You lost everything. Once he did that, it was pretty much like,
and then
well,
Los to
guess you sacrificed that round, bro. You know what I mean? But not to take away from things, he had a lot of deep Harlem history in that. Ice is like one of these underworld, like, guys who just known everybody. You know what I'm saying? It felt like he was.
When I said my heart is as black as everybody at your funeral.
Yeah.
That was like,
He has some ill joints, but it's crazy how King Los just had so many more dynamics to his performance. And when you're not expecting that from someone, and they're landing bars, and they're dropping like little freestyles, and they're being direct, and they're in your face. And they just curtail this round directly to you. It's like, damn, Shorty's doing a lot right here.
I mean, I asked King Los on Friday at the press conference, like, we know you can rap, we know you can freestyle, but do you think you have the ability to create a moment? And he responded like, if I screw up, will you ever forget it? And I was like, all right, so he's got a point. But I think his second round was a moment, bro.
Yeah.
He had a moment.
He had a moment, like, in his second round, man. I'm sorry. It was just like,
beautiful.
It was confident, and it was like, good that we got him to battle Ice instead of him and Daylight having a mirror spiritual.
It's crazy that
he actually had to battle rap.
It's crazy that no industry battler ever thought about using angles for how they could support battle rap instead, right?
Facts, yeah. And see, to me, ultimately, it always leads back to that conversation. I'm like, yo, why are people trying to separate themselves from one? It's all the hip hop umbrella. We all can help one another, but when you create these imaginary boundaries, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, if he's bringing this dude down and he's showing up, I gotta welcome this brother in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it led to a great convo, and I think, like, and he's gonna leave you with something to go back and talk to, and you're gonna think about it like, oh shit, we shitting on him, but he kind of directly help bring one of the biggest looks to this thing and help legitimize it, because after Summer Madness 2, battle rap got that stimulus pack. You feel me?
It literally took off.
Battle rap got that stimulus pack. So
the hyperbolic question I wanted to ask you guys: do you think King Los had the best performance out of all the industry battlers?
Absolutely, 100,000%. Like, the thing that you have to use the measuring stick
wait,
with this for
wait,
is
hold
the
on.
fact. Wait.
Let's not live in the moment. I just want to hear.
No.
Yeah.
Los's opponent was switched at the last minute with like 3 weeks left for the battle. Like, is that not some battle rap shit? Mm-hmm. Then he's got like a whole different style of opponent that he had to face. Whereas though, like, we thought he was going to go up there and have to battle Daylight. We would have got the lyrical, spiritual, miracle, all kind of heal the world type raps and stuff like that. He had to go in there with somebody with a completely opposite style than what his style is. You understand what I'm saying? And he went in there and survived and created a moment in battle rap. You know what I mean? So, yes, definitely.
I think so. When you think of the resume everybody else had, Buttons had a harder opponent. Cass had a harder opponent, but Cass on the stage was not good. Cass was great in a small room.
Exactly.
And Button Button dropped the mic.
Yep.
You feel me? So, like, I think it is safe to say King Los had the best performance out of the industry, guys, because in the second round, everybody cheered like, wow, he can really battle rap.
All right, so do you guys want to see Los back?
Hell
Of course. Hell yeah. But it needs to be strategic.
Yeah, it definitely does.
What's ill, though, is that we already knew he could bang with Daylight, right? But to see him go against Head Ice was just like, all right.
Who's somebody he said himself is very difficult to beat.
Right. So for him to go against Head Ice is like, hey, man, if you can match this style and make it entertaining and beat Head Ice, why do I not want to see you again?
Right. I want to drag this out.
Can I throw a troll question?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
A troll question. Did King Los just win a battle with 2 rounds?
He threw a round away. When I came in, I seen y'all were telling me, like, he rapped at Daylight. I said, so he threw a round away? Because remember, I came in right when Ice had just started. That was like, he didn't necessarily throw the round away because it was good. But it's how you feel. But
listen, man, he performed his – no, the difference is he performed 3 rounds. You feel me? As long as you perform a round, I can't say –
I'm trolling.
No, I feel you. But it was dope, though, man. It was –
Was that the third round when he kept telling Ice, like, for the last 20 years, you've been walking around like you just came home? He sounded like Ice and everything when he was doing it.
The Chef Trez effect, everybody wanted 3 of them things.
They tried to make him. He was going to do it, but somebody was smart enough to say, Los, don't listen to them. Stick to your game plan, Los, because he was really going to do it.
He gave 2.
Yeah, and then he kept rapping. What was dope was exactly
he could have done it.
Like when you were saying when Ice was telling him, like, you know, you've been home for a minute now, B, and the things that you're rapping about is the things that a dude who literally just came home might still be rapping about or glorifying from his, from his point of view. And it's like, yo, he's making you think. You know what I'm saying? As much as we love Ice and all that, he's making you look at him in a certain kind of way. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one's really talked to him like this in this manner and broke it down like that. And on top of that, you've got Organic. You know, in battle rap terms, we're saying, oh, Organic can let you know, hey, yeah, you can do this battle, you can't do this battle. You know what I'm saying? Like he brought that to him, and he landed that so perfectly.
What you think of that, Money?
So, right. He was like more so like, how you underground? He kept naming his CDs, right? He was like, so
how I didn't even know he had.
How you comfortable being an old underground artist that's getting railroaded just to get them to come back and put a chain on your neck? Oh my God, yo!
That was the best King of the Dot chain flip anybody's ever had.
God,
that was so good. And then the angles of Head Ice's albums, like you just mentioned,
right? And then like
he had to do research for them joints, man.
It ties into like what we were talking about with the playbook during the conversation, like when you were saying more so like. He don't have to see Ice again another day in his life.
Facts.
You know, so he got to attack this like da-da-da-da-da. And I was saying he has to take Ice and make us look at Ice differently as a man. So we pieced this together. I got to shake your hand on that, my brother. We pieced this together very well.
A lot of the playbooks came the way.
Facts, man. Facts.
And when we were doing the playbook, we said, hold up, King Los just might win this battle. Right? And look at that. We have King Los win. I mean, I still went with Head Ice just because you have to kind of go with the battle rap always in situations for the experience. But King Los, man, he did not disappoint. It was so great to watch.
At all, man.
And there's a lot of
rewind is more to find.
Rewind is more to find. So he definitely gave you something to watch back on camera.
Absolutely, man. Salute to him. He's definitely got to pop out again.
All right, 2 battles left.
3 battles left on the card. Yeah. So briefly, because 2 of the battles, one of the battles was like towards the end of the night, right? So there's not really much to say about it.
Yeah.
And the energy was really low. But Big K and Iron Solomon. I'm a little disappointed that Big K was like so harsh on all media on Friday, but then comes and chokes in 2 rounds the next day. And this is his 4th loss in a row. You got to think, in the last 4 battles, O-Red, John Nadon, T-Top, Iron Solomon, all Titans, all top names, top 10, 20 names that you can say right now in this year. He's probably won at max 2 rounds in those 4 battles.
Big K is an angry guy, man. I mean, he came right on stage and then wanted to fight somebody in a crowd. Like, I don't understand why he's so angry, man.
I think the anger needs to go away, and he needs to sincerely listen to some of the criticism that's going on, because it's like you want us to not critique you, but after 4 battles of this, is like there's not much positive things for me to say.
I don't know. I'm not gonna watch another Big K battle. I mean, I'm disappointed in Big K as like more so a professional. I mean, from how he handled himself at the press conference, and even like
he's in a big decline.
I mean, not that he cares or anything. He doesn't have me blocked on Twitter, by the way.
He will after this.
But I mean, I'm pretty much done with Big K unless somebody tells me about a performance like I need to look at.
Let me be a voice of reason though. I actually thought he had good material.
He did.
He was really aggressive.
The content and the material and the delivery was all there. So
he's so talented at rapping.
I will give him this. These are pluses that I'm gonna give Big K, because we could always harp on his attitude or his perceived attitude, whatever, how he carries himself. That's his business. As long as he doesn't disrespect us as an individual before we say anything to him, what can we say? If that's how he wants to be, that's how he wants to be. But the content he had, the material he had, the aggression that he had, the delivery that he had, how he was going at Solomon, it was dope. It's just he didn't have it mastered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he stumbled or dropped the ball all through the rounds. The second round, which I thought was so dope, which I thought was kind of weird, is he actually kind of got a little personal about himself and revealed, he talked about his mom and all that.
And when you're watching your mom dying.
Yeah, and it's like, I can respect that.
He's so talented, man.
Who cannot respect that, bro? It's like, okay, we get that. Or you're also a human being. And I was like, that's dope. Big K's opening up and not just doing punchlines, but he just didn't have his material mastered. If he had his material mastered, this battle could have been a lot better on the watchbacks.
On a personality scale, right? Obviously, you'll probably dislike Big K, but he's so talented at rapping, and he's so good that you almost put all that stuff aside. You put all the anger aside because you want to hear what he has to say.
It's like
but it's just like the last 4 battles, he hasn't figured out how to make any of those rounds impactful enough to actually be dominant. And I think since he's headlined since Red, the pressure's been too much for him. Because before that, he was doing great. Pass, Pat Stay, JC. He beat all of them. He has an amazing resume off URL, and he's still relevant to the point where he can take any of these names because they respect his talent and his ability. But just the peak and the decline that he's in right now, and the names he's lost to, where he's not even being competitive anymore. Where I think if you make a case for him winning these battles, it's almost a little biased.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's not even rapping to a long point. He's not getting it out clear enough. But big positive to you, like a big plus, his ability to rap is still so incredible. Like, I love to hear it. I just want to see like the effort, the cleanness of it, it be effective and efficient.
Yeah, hopefully everything on the human aspect, that Big K is going through, he can get through, because he's such a talented person, I mean, and even his character in battle rap, it's like it's needed, his humor and stuff like that. So I like to see Big K when he's having fun again. You know what I'm saying? But still, I still like, a lot of his performance. I just feel like,
unfortunately, we're talking about Big K more than Iron.
Iron is different.
That's how
Iron Solomon is Aaron
Fun
Rodgers,
fact, did you know that it takes 3 to 4 positive thoughts to get rid of 1 negative thought in your brain?
That's crazy.
The more you know.
Right?
That's fire.
So
not fire, but I'm saying that's fire that you knew that.
So think about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what can we say about Solomon?
Solomon brought it. So, there's really nothing to say, but Solomon had a great performance. And Solomon said himself, he talked to me, said, I just wish he got it all off clearly and cleanly because I wanted it to be a good back and forth.
Definitely. That's what I wanted.
Iron's first line about they're going to say you won all 3 rounds. K. We get it. If you take out the 3K, I see you, Lux.
Right.
That was
fire. Oh, my God.
Facts, man.
That was
like
fire.
That.
Facts, man. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, with all the stumbles and stuff, there's no way you can give it to Big K. Good material, didn't master it. Iron was Iron. What could we be mad? It's not like there's a black Iron, like you said, right?
Iron is having an amazing year.
You know what I'm saying?
Iron's having an amazing year.
He was fucking fire.
You probably have Iron undefeated this year.
Damn, yeah. I mean, out of all the recaps we've done, I don't think I've came back and said that he's lost. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's not like everybody didn't expect this to happen already anyway.
And on top of that, he just battled JC last week, all for 3 weeks prep.
Incredible.
And he had dope material for Big K. I mean, I will say this though. Connection with the crowd, landing a little bit more. We love the deep writing. Right. You know that.
Just keep in mind, it was after Mook and Verb.
Facts. Wait. Super facts. I love the deep writing, but you see how Verb kind of Verb's never been that deep of writer like Solomon, but how Verb made his just a little bit more digestible. I just want a little bit more of that from Solomon. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going crazy.
I think we would have accepted it more if it wasn't after Mook and Verb.
No, facts. But I'm saying also going forward, just listening to the raw material, going forward, just a little bit more for me. That's all.
Well, for me, my aura, from what I saw with everybody in the crowd and myself was more so everybody listening when Iron was rapping knows that Iron is so layered. So they're telling us to wake up, and we're like, no, this is Iron Solomon. Like, he's so layered. We're trying to make sure we're not reacting too early. Like, this is Iron.
Right.
Like, we don't want to interrupt him while he's rapping, if he's trying to execute a point. So that's what we're sitting around doing. And they're telling us to wake up. We're like, okay, we can cheer now.
I'm okay with Iron doing that because I know he does it for the playback.
Right.
Facts.
So,
but I get it. But we're also in the building, too, and sometimes those things help you, man, especially, if you go on the road, too, I'm just talking about for future performances and stuff. Like, hey, who am I? Iron's been doing this for 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, do whatever you want to do and whatever's been working for you. Just from my opinion, as me personally, as one of the people who consumes your content and enjoys watching your battles, you know what I'm saying? I just want just a couple more, just 2 or 3. That's all I'm saying.
No, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. I mean, I think I'll give K one of those rounds, either the first or the second.
I went with the second.
His second was really good, yo. Like, he kind of almost had a Jersey moment where he
almost let it go, but
he really, man, go ahead, man, and reach down for his water.
No, that was the first
round.
And I will give him
that was the first.
You know what? Another plus. Here's another plus. The first, he could have Virginia'd out. You know what I'm saying?
Virginia.
He could have VA'd out on in the first round.
Right.
And he was this close to just quitting in the first round. But here's the thing. As much as he gets at the crowd and everything, when we went, it wasn't like we was like, fuck him, man. Yeah.
He said that we were disappointed, and it made him say, you know what?
Yes,
I'm going to get it back together. And it was just so quick of a moment that he had to do it. It was like a 3-second interval.
That was a genuine connection with the crowd and the community and the energy
like,
in the room.
I owe this to them.
And you know what? This just happened.
I'm glad you guys got
I
this in depth.
man.
I feel like nobody's ever going to give this much acknowledgement to Big K for what the decline he's in. And we said a lot of positive things about it, even though, the state of where he's in his career right now.
It just wasn't a clean performance. That's it. I have no negative take on anything he said. Like, you'll criticize his bars. I mean, I don't. It's first watch, but I liked a lot of his bars. I liked his attitude. I like his approach. It just wasn't clean. That was it.
But big props to him for finishing that first round. You could have quit, but you continued on, even though knowing that you didn't have it completely mastered. I gotta give you props for that. Iron Solomon 2-1. We could move on to the next battle. For me personally,
if Averb and Mook was not on this card, Danny and Pat Stay would have been the battle of the night.
I can't call it battle.
You can't call it?
I can't.
I want to watch that one again. Matter of fact, let's just go.
I got to win it for it. I got Pat Stay personally.
I can see that. I can
too.
I can see that. I just want to watch it one more time before I can definitively say. A couple more times, whatever, before I can definitively say this is who I have as the winner. I thought Pat Stay did Pat Stay to the max.
Style clash.
Danny did Danny
to the max.
He didn't. None of them went away from their strengths. I was definitely happy with both of their performances and their content. If someone forced me to make a decision, I could make a decision. I'd probably go where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I just felt he was just so well-rounded and was so on all 3 rounds.
This is our second time seeing Pat Stay live in that building.
Facts.
He's so
electric.
And
he got better than the last time.
He was better than the Verb battle.
You know what I'm saying? And with Danny, I thought he could have. For me, some of the things were just missing for me in the first round. You know what I mean?
I have no minuses for Pat Stay at all. I think it was a flawless performance.
Oh. Can I think?
Danny.
I'm not saying this is best, but it was a flawless performance.
He did what he had to. He did everything in this. He did everything you expect from Pat Stay
at a high level.
And Danny did everything that you expect from Danny at a high level. So that's why it's so hard for me to judge it right away. I mean, y'all actually got some exclusive that Pat didn't even plan on wearing those sneakers.
Yeah.
And he told y'all about that like outside, when y'all interviewed him. Yeah. So both of them really had like freestyles about Pat sneakers, and it's crazy because when I was on Twitter, I took a picture of Pat Sneaks and was like, yo, he might as well let me get them joints. And then, like, about 60 seconds later, if even, he says something about his sneakers.
Hilarious.
Takes them off and everything. And Danny opens his roundup
Facts. Talking
about
the
Pat
sneakers,
sneakers.
Man.
It was good, man. It's like in the crowd, everybody's just like, this might be the battle of the night. I don't know. I can't decide. Like everybody's standing around me.
It's easily the second best battle of the night, and it was after Iron and Big K, which makes it the second battle after Mook and Verb, with the building's already kind of halfway out already. Yeah. And they electrified the entire building.
It sounded like it was the same way before
Pat Stay almost damn near undefeated this year
battle.
too.
Yeah, man, it's just been going good for him, man.
Undefeated on RBE.
And a cool cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Always stays, man. Danny was a cool cat too. Matter of fact, shameless plug, man. Y'all tune into the bonus pack. You guys get to find out the Bar God's top 5 Jordans and top 5 West Coast MCs. And you also get to find out some cool ass stuff about Pat Stay also. So tune into the bonus pack.
I love the Pat Stay bars where he kind of like just like we're making the jokes. Obviously bars are jokes, jokes are bars. His second round was filled with masterful jokes.
Yo, the T-Rex round. The
T-Rex bar. Your children wondering what to eat next because you stole all the money from their piggy bank to pay T-Rex.
Yo, and
wait.
No, but that was all predicated on him not being able to get into Canada because he didn't pay child support, and he has 10 kids. So Pat Stay was the only dude who could. Not Pat Stay was the only dude, but with Pat Stay being from Canada, being able to deliver that bar made it hit so much harder. And Daddy's face when he said that bar, he's like, come on, man! like it was just so fun, man, just to watch these two like really
battle.
Go back.
Pat also had like a part where he told this girl, he's like, turn around.
Yeah.
Something. He's like, don't even look at me the wrong day. He's like, turn around, baby. He was like, something. He's like, it's about to be a long ass night.
I love the girl turn around.
No.
I like the middle of at the end of the second round. He looks to like one of the girls on the stage and just goes to her face, screams out, "Bar God!" And the girl flinched, and she got so scared, and she's like, "Whoa, I didn't expect that."
Oh my!
He was shaking her and everything.
Shaking her. He was like, ah. Flawless performance from Pat Stay.
Dope,
man.
Man. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I wouldn't even know who to like really crown as like performance of the night from this battle. Every battle on this card, you have to watch it again.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, man. Damn, man.
Big T Ill Will. I feel like I got Ill Will taking 1 and 3. I think I'm
taking 2 and 3.
You gonna take it 2 and 3? I like Big T second round.
I like T seconds. T second was dope. Matter of fact,
no, you're right. I haven't taken 1 and 3.
T's first was cool.
Yeah.
Will came out. He came out with a lot more energy than he did at SM7.
It's just the timing of
the battle
just didn't fit it. But
yeah, I guess we should also paint that picture for everyone. So
it was the last battle of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the third battle after Mook and Verb, so the building is.
And we probably have a third of a crowd probably left by that point.
And this is after Danny and Pat. And Danny and Pat
was really good. So now
they so electric.
So they took that more energy out of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So you left with a third of the crowd. Energy sucked out of the room again from a dope battle between Danny and them.
Danny and Pat could have gone last and made it as electric. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because people.
I feel sorry for the people that left. After Mook and Verb.
They missed Danny and Pat.
They missed out. Yeah, they missed out on that one.
That's probably one of. I don't know what was my. I think that was probably my favorite battle of the night, to be honest.
Danny and Pat.
I mean, Mook and Verb obviously was a whole amusement ride.
right. Outside of that, what Danny and Pat
Danny and Pat was incredible.
But I can't.
I think I really low-key got one with that.
But saying that though, I really enjoyed watching Los for the first time perform on that stage and delivering this shit the way that he did too against Ice, who wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying?
For the shock value,
right? But and it's not like Ice just laid down and said, "Yo, just kill me." You know what I'm saying?
But I will say,
Ninja,
I will say, shock value with no expectations is easier to meet versus two guys that have been consistent over years to bring a new elite level to each other.
Absolutely. But just saying that we had multiple cats with great performances last night, and we cannot be mad at that, man. Very limited stumbles or chokes last night. Also, can't be mad at that either. But to just close out this battle, Ill Will, he was on one. Big T had good bars in the first and second. They were last. Big T had some hella pause-worthy bars in the third.
But he was referencing Ill Will's
pause-worthy
bars.
It doesn't matter. If your opponent has said some super pause-worthy things in the past and we didn't like it when they said it, what the hell makes you think we going to like it when you say it? Here's a lesson to you battle rappers. Leave that hardcore pause-worthy stuff at home. don't write it, don't bring it. Nobody's feeling it, man.
Big plus for Big T. You notice he's performing way more now.
Hell yeah.
Spinning, moving, this and that.
Hell yeah,
Big T's a cool guy too, man.
Yeah, he's mad cool.
He's always chasing, like, unfortunately, fans want him to be his old self, so he's stuck sometimes between chasing the new, modernized Big T with more performance or try to be a vintage Big T. So he's always conflicted with that, but I'm happy to see that he's still really active and performing. And
yeah, he worked on his breath control.
Yeah, and he got through his material.
Yeah.
You know, he's also had.
They didn't surrender. They gave all the energy.
At all. They gave the crowd. They gave the crowd all that they had with who was left there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't be mad at them. They could have easily just, you know, just jerseyed out or just phoned it home, but they didn't. So consummate professionals, good material from both guys. I had Ill Will 2-1 first and third.
Right?
If you want to, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a decent battle. We'll check it out again. And all in all, man, have we said everything? Is there anything else that we've left off the table, man?
Shout out to RBE for their hospitality Friday as well as Saturday. I mean, they were really, really nice to all of us. There's no champion of the night, but is there any one guy that stood out to you to say, yo, this guy would be my champion or my performer of the night? Verb had a debatable Mook.
Yeah, if they would have had it, if they gave
it,
would
have been a hard one.
It would have been a hard one, but I mean,
you would have had if Verb didn't get that bad.
Verb
would have looked crazy.
I guess Verb had the hardest test.
It would have looked crazy.
But then if Verb would have won it, would that have made the win official?
Ooh, interesting.
Damn it, we needed a champion tonight for this one.
Jay Black was there.
Yeah, he was.
He was there for the Verb and Mook battle.
Yeah, he was right front and center.
He was there on person.
I didn't even know he was there till then. I looked over and was like, oh.
Man, after ARP said, yo, thank y'all for checking out Mook and Verb, my man was on the turnpike already.
half the building was gone, man.
Yeah, man. But it was a great night overall, though, man.
Yeah.
I had a really
I would
good
have to
time.
say Verb as well.
You would have to, man.
Have to.
And he was dope.
I just was so mesmerized by Pat State's performance. And B-Dot's perseverance, and even King Los' shock value.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a little argument you can make for it, right? But Verb had the biggest test.
You gotta go. Yeah, it was dope, man. Salute to Captain, man. And now for A-Verb, bruh, you've reached that pinnacle. I think Lux has to come see you in St. Louis. I think you've earned the right. You're 50-plus battles in. You can arguably say you beat Mook and hold your head up high.
And this is Mook's first battle against a modern-day battle rapper.
Facts, man.
Which is debatable, so that goes to show the point of it all. We want to see you against a modern guy. You might not get the clearest win.
Hell, man. A-Verb, man, salute to you, big brother. You know, we've been rocking with you for over 10 years. Murder Mook, we've been rocking with you for 15-plus.
Yeah, we got to get some of these battles is just due once we get the
full joint
breakdown, the lyrics, and the stats.
And on top of that, for all our supporters, you know we are going to do the full deconstruction of that joint, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be wonderful within itself because I'm pretty sure we would have watched the battle a few more times, and it's going to be dope, man. All in all, France, take us home, big brother.
Bad Money, thanks for pulling up, man.
Thank you, man. You guys convinced me to come. You know, I wasn't going to come. This was like a game time decision. Y'all know how many last-minute things I had to do to get here, but
I'm ready to take a break from battle rap for the next 72 hours.
Oh, my gosh. Yo, after I catch up on a couple more little recaps or this and that, I'm turning it off, bro.
I'll be back next weekend again for the Combat Battle League. But
I'm gonna be playing 2K.
But for the next 48, 72 hours, I'm ready to rest my brain for a little
bit. Man.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is the part 2 because we broke it up in 2 pieces because Mook and Verb was just such a dynamic convo.
Facts.
And all the other battles, they needed to get their just due. And we'll definitely break these things down more in detail. You can follow the show, Twitter, Instagram, LTBR Podcast, everywhere on every streaming platform that you like, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Like, comment, subscribe, so it's the visibility of the show. And until next time, everybody, peace.
Bang.